Lay Me Down is an invitation to rest, to breathe, and to give thanks. Guided by storytellers, troubadours, poets, and mystics, our aim is to create a space where we can lay down our troubles, our anxieties, and hear songs, stories, and voices that lead us home. Welcome to Lay Me Down. I'm your host, Pete Hicks. I had the chance to talk with Jed Stephenson last week. He's in the process of training to compete in the Iditarod, which is a 1,000-mile dog sled race up in Alaska. It takes place every year. To even qualify, you have to go through 4 different races. And he's got 1 under his belt. He's got 3 to go, which he's going to go after this year. His plan is to do 3 races in the course of 1 month, in January and February of 2022. And if he completes those in the qualifying time, he'll qualify to compete in the Iditarod in 2023. You can follow him along on his journey at jedstephenson.com. Stephenson is spelled Stephensen. JedStephenson.com. You can also find some beautiful photos that Fio's taken. You can find that at laymedownpodcast.com. We're very excited to be involved in their journey and excited about hearing the stories, being inspired that we can do more than we think we can do. We can be stronger than we think we are. We can have more resilience than we believe we have. And being stretched beyond what we think we can endure. That's when life is being lived the most. It's the most keen, it's the most acute that we can ever experience. And the hope is that we learn to set high goals for ourselves, for our life. Then we strap on our boots and we climb that mountain. Broken shadows lie beneath. Slide down the lines of an endless creek. The west wind blows the leaves from Eve. Till now you ain't seen nothing real, boy, over the garden wall. You count the stones falling in. The once locked gate now stands unhinged. Branches ruin some ancient script. Till now you have not played like this song over the garden wall. And all the blood and bones in me belong. How can we go on, my love, alone? They say east of here we're free. There's some things you will never see. There's just one story left to read. saw something you cannot defeat, boy, over the garden wall. We've all stepped inside the ring, with a bloody nose and a broken wing. So sing it out, so sing, oh death, where is your sting? Go on and take a swing, son, right at the garden wall. And all the blood and bones in me belong. And how can we go on, my love, alone? All the blood and bones in me belong. How can we go on, my love, alone?
One of the things that I've realized as I have worked at this goal of running the Iditarod is that when you tap into something true, something that transcends time, that you're tapping into something that's going to sustain you constantly throughout your life, and that in this moment, although I do get tired and fatigued at times, that it continues to give, that it's like a fount of wisdom, a fount of inspiration, a fount of spirit. I don't understand why I was drawn to this, but I do know that it gives me a moment to show my kids that dreams are worth pursuing, and that it's worth it, and that you're capable of doing big, powerful things. I've also realized that it's a way, pursuing a big dream like this is a way of honoring my parents and honoring my ancestors who sacrificed their time and effort to build up to where we're at right now.
As I was listening to Jed Stephenson tell me about training for the Iditarod, the fortitude, the suffering that it takes to go hundreds and hundreds of miles through ice, 4-hour stretches with 4-hour breaks, in which time you feed your dogs, you feed yourself, you nurse your dogs, you nurse yourself, you get some sleep, and you're back at it again for another 50-mile trek, another 4 hours. Round after round. I found these words from Jack London. I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by dry rot. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time.
I looked down at the trail and realized I had made a big mistake. Blowing through the checkpoint put me in first place, which was the last place I wanted to be in. I'm a dog musher, and I'm running a 200-mile race with my 12-dog team, trying to qualify for the Iditarod. My dogs have already run 50 miles. The other teams stopped to rest at the checkpoint. I'm a rookie. I just made my first rookie mistake. In order to go to the next leg of the race, we were going to have to dig deep. I was concerned that my dogs were going to be dehydrated, so I poured out all of my water into dog bowls and gave it to them. If they were going to suffer, I was going to suffer with them. One of the virtues and follies of me and my team is that we only know how to go forward. We don't turn around. It's not an option for us. I jumped off my sled and pushed the sled up every single hill. We scraped and we clawed our way to the next checkpoint over the next 8 hours, and then we braked. My mind spiraled into a dark place once I got to the checkpoint. I hadn't slept in 2 days, and fatigue was clouding my judgment. I felt like I had betrayed my dogs and my own ignorance. I hobbled over to one of the race officials and mentioned the possibility of dropping from the race. He looked at me and told me that I was tired and that I needed to get some sleep before making such a big decision. So I listened to him, and I slept. I checked out my dogs in the morning, and one by one they started barking and howling, ready to get going. They had forgiven me and needed me to get over myself. I realized in that moment that sled dogs were built to carry a heavy load. It is part of the sled dog spirit. Fatigue and suffering is a given, and as long as I suffered with them, they were okay with it. I pulled the snow hook loose, and off we went. At the end of the race, I realized that my dogs were tough enough, and that I was the one who needed to learn how to carry a heavy load and become like a sled dog.
Open your eyes to a new day. Yesterday's shame is yesterday's. Wake the sleeping oceans inside. The sacred chords of mystery wrap around your heart like a dream to bring a new song. Open your eyes to a new day. Yesterday's shame is yesterday's. Awake the sleeping oceans inside. Sacred chords of mystery. Sacred chords of mystery. Sacred chords of mystery wrap around your heart like a dream to bring a new song, to bring a new song. Thank you for joining us on Lay Me Down. You can find out more about Jed at our website, laymedownpodcast.com or jedstephensen.com. The music on this episode came from myself and Theo and the band Aradna. Lay Me Down is a production of the Mycelium Collective, which exists to galvanize local and international communities towards greater trust and unity through creative collaboration. I want to leave you with a blessing from John O'Donohue for the time of necessary decision. The mind of time is hard to read. We can never predict what it will bring. Not even from all that is already gone can we say what form it finally takes. For time gathers its moments secretly. Often we only know it's time to change when a force is built inside the heart that leaves us uneasy as we are. Perhaps the work we do has lost its soul, or the love where we once belonged calls nothing alive in us anymore. We drift through this gray, increasing nowhere until we stand before a threshold we know we have to cross to come alive once more. May we have the courage to take this step into the unknown that beckons us, trust that a richer life awaits us there, that we will lose nothing but what has already died. Feel the deeper knowing in us sure of all that is about to be born beyond. The pale frames where we stayed confined, not realizing how such vacant endurance was bleaching our soul's desire. Until next time, be at peace.